Have you ever loved something so much that you just want to make it happen every day? Me neither. This is a podcast a day.
Oh no, oh no. Welcome to the surprise special ASMR edition. Only reason it's ASMR edition, which I hate, whether it's intentional or not. I hate that this is that. But, I mean, even that arguably is too loud. It is disgustingly late. Arguably so late that you could say it's early in the morning. And I remembered, hey, remember there's that thing you're meant to do every day? You didn't do it. And as far as I'm aware, a day doesn't end once you get to past 12, because otherwise this would be impossible for me. The day ends when I go sleepy sleep. So it could be 6:30 in the morning, right? As long as I haven't went to bed yet, my day's still going, right? Those are the rules I live by, and I'm working through. So yeah, it is. This is terrorist behavior. It's too late. It's too early. But I got it now. I got to like last year, and around March, and once you start missing them, you start going, oh, it's fine, I'll just do two tomorrow and make up for it. But then you're always chasing some, and then you never get there. Trust me, I ended up being about 100 behind last year. So I was just thinking, it's fine. Once I get to December, if I get to December and I realize I'm like 25 behind or something, it's fine. I'll just do two every day until Christmas or something. I got to December, I was like 100 behind, and decided we're just going to stop and re-go again next year and make sure we do it right. So we really can't miss one. And it's crazy because there's actually stuff to mention, to go on about as well. Like, don't know, this is sort of niche football Twitter culture kind of stuff. So I don't suppose this has probably been heard of. Like, this isn't like Tom Cruise apparently has been taking his own stunts too far. He's forcing his co-stars to, it's not actual interesting stuff. It's Tom Garratt, pitch side. If those words mean nothing to you, all I can do is apologise. This story may as well be my mate Jack, because it's going to have as much sort of bearing on your life as that. Like, it's nothing, but it's like a football watch games, talk about football type shit. You've seen it before. Well, maybe not, like I just said, but one of the main guys was mildly in the football Twitter space trending because there was a video of his leaked, which, oh no, that can only mean one thing. It was what I can only describe as rugby culture. That rugby was nothing to do with it. There was no rugby ball in sight. There was balls. There weren't rugby ones though. But what I mean is, rugby lads. Let's just say, like the whole phrase, what happens in Vegas, what happens abroad stays abroad. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in a rugby changing room, on a rugby pitch, on a rugby night out, on a rugby anything, stays there, right? Because it's usually something, let's just say, I don't even know what you could say about just saying it, but rugby lads get a bit crazy and wild. And to be fair, you could argue just lad culture in general. They was out abroad. They was on the gear and probably drunk. And when I saw the video, I was like, this is probably some kind of FIFA forfeit. Like, whoever loses has to talk the other one off on video. Because why not? Like, I feel like if I was in this scenario and someone said this is the forfeit, I'd be like, why? And I'd be like, because it's funny. But then I'm like, once I see you like that, and or you see me like that doing that, we can never look at each other the same way again. We've broken the boundaries of friendship at this point. Now, they would argue they've just created the bonds of friendship. They've just made it even stronger. This is like a blood pact. This is like but it's crazy. Anyway, and the crazy thing is I was seeing so many people bantering it on Twitter. But after seeing that Saliba video from the Arsenal squad that like a couple years ago, where like it's all the French national team under 21 sitting in a room. Some of them got the tracksuit on, some of them playing FIFA, and then there's one who's just naked, and there's like three of them sitting on the sofa, and one of them's just naked, just going at himself. And then he's sitting directly next to Saliba, who's just like Snapchatting it while he's just like, oh, this is just a normal life. This is just my day. Oh, that one, he's just there doing that. And then you see these types of videos on a higher level in terms of like politics, what like you know, rich people who go to like Cambridge or Oxford do, like politicians, like whether it's, you know, hazing type stuff or like the, you know, like fucking pigs and shit, David Cameron, all that. And it's like, it feels like more people are doing this than they're letting off. But then you see it on Twitter and one person's video, it gets out, all the information gets out or it leaks or whatever. And everyone's like, "Ooh, that's weird. What are you doing? That's gross." But I can't help but feel that everyone who I'm seeing replied to the video saying that is probably doing as weird, if not weirder stuff from what I've just seen in terms of apparently this is what people get up to. Um, I can't. What's like the weirdest thing? I genuinely, I'm not trying to seem normal. I can't think of anything even close to that. Probably, like, there isn't anything. It'd probably be like, like farting on someone, but you're fully clothed. I guarantee there's videos similar. I mean, if that's like a tame one in one of Tom Garrett's friends' phones, then you know I'd hate to know what like an extreme type full fit. Well, it wasn't even a full fit. It was just they were just drunk and they thought it'd be funny. Um, and I don't know. I guess it's a funny situation. Although, yeah, if I was there, I'd kind of be like, oh, I reckon I'd just go to bed. I reckon I'll just sleep. But then again, I've never been off my face on like whatever day was on. So, you know, who am I to say? Who am I to judge? Um, what else did I see? Oh yeah, I saw some guy punched a mannequin. Oh, no, sorry. Even I'm getting confused now. He punched a. I just realised I'm speaking way too loud already. He punched a small child that apparently he thought was a mannequin, and he proper like sparked it out. The kid, that is, not it. It's not a mannequin. Actual human child. Make sure I get that remembered. Not a mannequin. It was a human. Cool. Yeah, sparks this kid out. The mum's like, "What you doing?" Some other guy comes over and sparks him out. Like, "What you doing? What you beating up kids for?" And it's like his excuse was, "Oh, I thought it was a mannequin." You watch the video, I'm like, yeah, I kind of buy that. Also, what reason do you have to randomly walk up to a kid, punch him in the face, and then say the lie that you feel is a mannequin? It just sounds so specific and ridiculous that it's actually true. And I know most of the time, like if you was gonna go up and like punch a mannequin or something, you'd pretend, you'd kind of like spar with it. You'd be like, whoa, whoa, bang, you know, and you wouldn't actually hit it. This guy walks up to a kid and shows punch in the face, but I genuinely can't think of a motive that is more legit than thinking it's a mannequin. Like, the only other motive would be you hate kids, but then you must be doing this all the time. You must have some kind of record. He probably doesn't. That kid said something rude to him, and he was like, "You what?" You know. But I just think the mannequin one goes. And then look, it's still not good. It's still not ideal. You shouldn't really, you know, that's not justifiable. You're still probably going to get in trouble for, you know, putting the kid on the end of your jab. But it could have been worse. He could have given it could have been a right hook. Uppercut would have been tricky. It was quite the height difference, but you know, there was worse probably punches in his catalog. It wasn't a combo. It was just one straight jab, I believe. You know, so Your Honor, you know, that's my defense. Your Honor, it was just one straight jab. And honestly, if the kid's fine, no brain damage. The mum's got a funny story to tell her friends years from now. The kid's got a funny story to tell his friends, you know, tomorrow even. If he's got a sense of humor about him, that is. You know, we just move on from here. We have a good time. Slap on the wrist, punch in the face. Just no fines, no penalty fees. I just feel like get a lie detector test. This type of stuff, I know it's bad, but you get a lie detector. You put him under it. You go. Because the mum's probably, I know she's probably going to be like, he needs this and that. Genuinely, just get him on a lie detector. Ask him, why did you punch the kid? If he goes, thought it was a mannequin, and he's saying the truth, all right, a little slap on the wrist, fine. Maybe say he's not allowed in Peacocks, whichever shop it was again. Sure, he'll live, but like, you shouldn't be really getting anything else too much from that. I feel like, if anything, I'm surprised that hasn't happened more. Probably has, just wasn't caught on camera. That was something. There was something else, and I can't remember it. And this is why I meant to write shit down, because I literally triple checked like 7 times. And I thought, you know, I'll be fine. I'll use my memory. It's non-existent. Every time I get into this scenario, it happens every time. I don't remember it. So I'm just gonna go off on a tangent. I mean, oh god, it's been an awful week. Oh no, it hasn't. I mean, it's been an awful footballing week, is what I should say. Chelsea once again just losing, lost to Wolves. I honestly think we've lost our last 3 games to Wolves, which is mental. Like Wolves aren't good really. Um, yeah, I mean they're all right. They've got good players. Cunha's a player. Nettle's a player. Lemina's actually a player. You know, I'm surprised, but he's actually a decent player. He was at like where Southampton, no one cares. But look, they've got players, right? And but look, they looking like they could have went down, switched things up, but they was looking like I was in a right state start of the season, and they've been like doing us over non-stop. It's embarrassing. Liverpool embarrassing. And I'm past the point though where like Chelsea losing is ruining my weekend because now it's so normal feeling at this point, which is kind of dangerous, but it's so normal feeling that I'm fine with it. The bigger issue is that every other team that I need to lose is winning. Like I want Arsenal to lose, I want United to lose, just for my own personal enjoyment, just so I can have something, some kind of joy. But no, football is just demented treatment, sucking the absolute joy out of me every single week. It's like, feels like I'll never be happy again, type thing. So that's not great. Like today, like Liverpool do us over. Oh, they look like there's this amazing team. Okay, brilliant. Now take that into Arsenal because I need you to be Arsenal. I don't really want Arsenal in a title race. Can't do that. Okay, you get slapped 3-1 by Arsenal. United, they had a comeback against Wolves last week. They won 4-3. It wasn't a comeback, but they had this great moment, 4-3. They're actually looking like they've actually turned a corner, picking up decent form. They're 6th. They're like 8 points off top 4. Like, it's actually not impossible. We have nothing. Nothing. I mean, we got the Aston Villa is a huge game now, huge. And if we lose that and we're out of the cup, that's gonna be crap because it means all we have this season to look forward to is a game that comes way before the end of the season, which is the final. And if we are out of the cup and then we lose the final, only but a silverware, we lose that final. If we lose the final, Poch is gone. Like that's his final thing. I think he has to win the final really for his job security. That will take him to the end of the season. If he doesn't win the final, he's basically sacked because if we lose the final to Liverpool, which I think we've lost our last 3 to Liverpool, all on penalties. If we lose this one and it's like convincing, even if it's not, then no silverware, out of the other cup, out of the FA Cup, got nothing to play for in the league because there's no way we're getting top 4 or anything. Best case scenario, we're going to finish like 7th or 8th. Worst case scenario, we'll finish like 13th. So we've got nothing to play for the end of the season. Last season, in that same scenario, that prospect led to us losing and losing and like losing like 7-8 games in a row. And we're looking down the barrel of that again. So that's going to be the cattle, that's going to be the trigger, and that'll get him to lose his job. And then we'll probably go sign Mourinho, and then people will rejoice because people love Mourinho, and it'll be Mourinho's 3rd time here. And to be honest, even I'll do a little Irish jig. The Irish part isn't relevant. I'll just do a little dance basically, just because it's fun. It's a bit like Pochettino was never really going to work. He's a Tottenham guy. He was going to have to move mountains for people to really get them to vibes with him. Because he's Tottenham, really. It was going to take a lot, and it's not really getting there. And it's kind of crazy. I know Pochettino's inheriting a poorer mentality squad, but I'm just saying, Lampard got top 4 with a transfer ban, losing Hazard. He finished 4th, got to a cup final as well, lost to Arsenal. You're currently sitting in 11th with arguably a better squad, you could say, and that's all I'm going to say about Pochettino. Lampard did also take over as a caretaker manager to the end of last season and was the man in charge as we lost like 7 games in a row. I do understand that, yes. But, let me have this. Yeah. If I've woken anyone, I'm dead. So that'll be the end of this and you'll never hear from me again. But that's all. This was the ASMR one. Really appreciate that. This is the volume I should have been keeping the whole time, but what can I say? I just get too excited. 323 or 2 or 4 maybe. On to 300 and whatever's next.